With the release of Last Jedi in theaters, we figured we would take a few moments and talk some Star Wars. Because no one ever talks about Star Wars, am I right? Strap yourself in and let's discuss Star Wars: The Force Awakens on today's episode of Worldview Cinema. Now we can spend some time talking about the Force and its connection to Eastern spirituality, and we may do that on a later episode. But let's take this a different direction. The Force Awakens is really about the characters trying to understand who they really are. This isn't all that uncommon. Other Star Wars movies have had similar themes, along with comic book movies, sports films, and really pretty much every other movie out there. In The Force Awakens, Rey is trying to understand her place in the world, Finn is trying to find a life outside of being a stormtrooper, but no one does it more than our bratty villain, Kylo Ren, who's struggling between the light and dark sides of the Force.
I feel it again. The pull to the light. Supreme Leader senses it. Show me again the power of the darkness, and I will let nothing stand in our way.
Kylo sees this struggle as overcoming a personal weakness. He thinks that the light side of the Force is keeping him from achieving his potential with the dark side. Halfway through the movie, he even removes his mask as if to show he's not hiding from his weakness or identity anymore, but is instead going to fight and overcome it.
Your son, he's gone. He was weak and foolish like his father, so I destroyed him.
Destroying weakness and acquiring power is really what Kylo is after. That's his personal quest. In fact, according to philosopher Thomas Hobbes, that's what everyone is after. Hobbes claimed that everyone is constantly fighting for power, and sometimes those struggles lead to conflict between the parties. This is the root cause of all the problems in the world, people trying to acquire power over each other. So how do we fix this? Hobbes claims that humanity's only hope is an overarching government or ruler that can help give people a common goal. When they have a common goal, there's no reason to fight against each other, which sounds like an easy win-win. The problem is, isn't that leader also struggling for power too? It's like Supreme Leader Snoke. It's hard to imagine this guy has Kylo's best interest in mind and isn't manipulating him, especially since he has all those weird scars. I mean, never trust a character in a movie with weird scars. So no matter how hard the characters try, obtaining power will never fully bring peace, because at some level, there will always be conflict in order for someone to gain or stay in power. And here's where biblical Christianity offers something different. Christianity says that power comes not from trying to obtain it, but instead by giving it away. That's why Jesus tells us to turn the other cheek and give away our possessions, and ultimately to sacrifice ourselves. And this is all consistent because we follow a leader who has himself given away power in order to resolve the ultimate conflict and bring meaning to life. Well, that'll wrap things up for this episode. Before we go, let's see how the philosophers reviewed The Force Awakens. Jean-Jacques Rousseau gave it 4 out of 5 stars, said he liked what he saw, especially out of that noble savage Han Solo. Buddha gave it 3 stars, said it was good, but wanted more of that Force stuff in the movie. And Camus gave it 0 stars because he said it's too mainstream and refused to watch it. Be sure to tell us in the comments your thoughts and what you'd like to see us do next. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up and click that giant subscribe button so that you can catch the next episode. Until then, we'll see you next time on Worldview Cinema.